Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Sincere shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. The title of this lesson is going to be Remember to be your brother's keeper and be willing to lay your life down for him. All right. And this video is going to be more directed towards, us brethren that are in the faith, right? Doing this work sincerely, okay? That are a part of the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right? And you might have other people out there that, that are not really too familiar with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, somebody who's just listening on the outside, they might be able to take from this lesson as well, to each his own. But I'm mainly talking about, brethren that are, I'm talking to brethren that are in the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay? Remember to be your brother's keeper and be willing to lay your life down for him, all right? Now, what does it mean by being your brother's keeper, okay? Ultimately, you got to make sure that, the brethren that are around you, okay, are straight. You got to look out for each other. You see? And the way this truth is set up, all right, not all of us brothers, okay, we don't all know each other, right? Some brothers live in different states. Some brothers live out of the country, or they might live in the same state, but they're in a whole nother camp or something like that. What I notice is that within this body, okay, the Lord got, different sections where, brothers are connected. So let's say, for instance, you might be in a camp and it's like a 20-man camp, 20 men inside of the camp, right? Out of those 20 men, you might, be closer to 3. You might be real closer to 4. So then y'all 3 or y'all 4, y'all do more fellowshipping and hanging out. It don't mean that you neglect the other brethren, you know what I mean? Because we're all linked in. We it don't matter what brother, where he's at. If he's a sincere man of the Lord, all right, he's a part of the body. I mean, you got to be willing to lay your life down on the line for him as well. You see? Lord willing, we're all part of that elect number. All right. But in particular cases, you're going to be in this truth, and there's going to be brothers that you're closer with than other bros. You see? There's going to be brothers you're closer with than others. All right. Okay. Now you should try to be every brother's keeper, right? All the brothers' keeper and be down. But, you're probably going to be around the brethren that you're closer to the most. So for you brothers that's out there, all right, your little clique, your posse of brethren that you hang out with, you got to be their keeper, man. You got to look out for each other, all right? If you know a brother, he's down on funds, okay, you got to help him out, man, all right? This ain't no worldly nigga shit where we eat in front of each other, or if we know, one of our comrades he ain't got no money and we all out doing shit, you just look at him and laugh, nigga, you ain't got it, nigga, that's your problem. No. Okay, you make sure that brother is set. All right. For brothers having a hard time, financially, you know. He needs some ends. Okay. Bros should come together, all right, and help that man out so that way he can be good for the week. You see? Making sure the brother got clothes. And in some cases, it might even be, a place to stay. You might have to move a brother in. All right? Giving a brother wise counsel. You see, all of these are attributes of being your brother's keeper, man. Okay? And if you want to be successful in this ministry, you want to be successful with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, well, you got to have this on point. All right? Because what I notice is a lot of the times the Lord, through the Spirit, he'll wink at a lot of the little bullshit folly that you're doing on your own time, you know. He'll wink at a lot of that shit, you know, because a lot of that shit just be the flesh that we be trying to overcome. But when you don't do right by your brethren, when you don't take care of your brothers, when you have an evil eye towards your brother, okay, the Lord, he'll execute that judgment fast, because the Lord despises that. All right. The Lord despises a man that don't look out for his brother. Okay. There's no honor in that. All right. Brothers shouldn't be having no evil eye towards each other, man. All right. Yeah. You get into disagreements back and forth sometimes, but okay, we not niggas in the world. All right. We don't hold grudges. All right. You don't hold no fucking grudge against the brother. All right. You get over that shit minutes after y'all that second, really. Okay. As soon as y'all done having that disagreement or that back and forth and the conversation quells down, you should already be over it. You don't hold that against the brother, man. All right. That's what niggas in the world do. Okay. And the Lord despises that shit, man. All right. It's one of the things the Lord hates, man. A man that causes discourse amongst brethren. All right. And if you're not effectively being your brother's keeper, okay, you're pretty much going to be in that category of being somebody that's causing discourse amongst brethren. All right. Because you don't have a sincere heart towards, the brother next to you. All right. And then the other part of the, this lesson, laying your life down for a brother. Okay. Now that can mean literally and metaphorically, man. All right. It might come a time where when things get hot and heated, Esau come down with that great wrath. I mean, you going to see brothers lay their life down for their brethren. They're going to face death for each other, man. That's honorable. Okay. Who knows how the situation is going to happen? You might literally jump in front of a bullet for the brother. All right. Any brother that does that, okay, is going straight to the Lord, and he's going to get a pat on the back. The Lord is going to be very happy with a man like that jumps in front of a bullet to save his brother's life. A brother that he was in a camp with, putting in work with. You jump in front of a bullet to save that brother's life, and you deal with that death on the chin. Hey, the Lord is going to take care of you for real. You're going to get a high place. All right. In the next life. All right. You're going to get a glorious reputation, man. All right. That's honorable, man. So that day might come, and you got to be willing to do that. Okay. The only way you're going to be willing to do that is, you're going to have to believe in the first two commandments. Let's go ahead and get it. Where's it at? It's right here. Right? The only way you're going to really be able to effectively lay your life down on the line for a brethren, you're going to have to believe in the first two commandments right here. Matthew 22, verse 36, it says, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. That's the first commandment. All right? Because you first and foremost, all right, you got to give praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Without Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, none of anything that we're doing is possible. All right? So all glory belongs to the Lord and his only begotten Son. Okay? Verse 38, it says, This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Okay? Let's get that word neighbor. All right? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay? You got to love your brother as you love yourself, man. Okay? You got to really have sincere love for the Akim, okay, that are around you. And not that fake shit. All right? Because we'll be able to spot it too. All right? Bros is very, very sharp through the spirit. Okay? Somebody come around with that fake love and he acting like he down. He acting like he love brothers. But then his actions show different. We'll be able to spot that, man. All right? You're going to get your ass kicked out and booted out. All right? Can't trust no nigga like that. You see, you got to really have sincere love for brothers. And, you know, it goes back to what I was saying at first, being a brother's keeper. That's how you show that real love. Doing those things. Helping a brother out financially if he needs it. You know? Giving him a place to stay if he needs it. Giving him clothes if he needs it. Wise counsel. You see? Rebuke. Rebuke is a good, that's a good tool. All right? That's a good way to show that you love the brother. Right? Because sometimes you got to rebuke the brother, right? To, you know, put him back on the right path so that way he don't destroy his soul, man. You know, rebuke is, you know, that's good because, you know, a man can be going left and he don't even know it, right? So then, you know, you tell him, you got to rebuke him for it. To tell him that he's going off, and now you just saved his soul, because he you know, as he was going left, he was getting ready to really piss the Lord off, and once the Lord get pissed off, the Lord will either just kill you or just put you in a real fucked up position. So that rebuke saved him before the Lord, you know, unleashed his wrath on him. You know, he repented of his ways. You see. So all of those things is how you show that love for the brethren. All right? It ain't just about gifts. You can't buy your way into the kingdom of heaven, man. You got to really be about this, man. All right? You really got to show that you love the brethren that are around you. All right? Let's get that word neighbor. Okay? Neighbor. Neighbor, the Greek word in the blue letter is plesion. It says a friend, any other person, and where two are concerned, the other, thy fellow man, thy neighbor. According to the Jews, any member of the Hebrew nation and commonwealth. Right, your brethren. Okay, any member of the Hebrew nation. Okay. All right, and it ain't talking about Esau, because Esau is actually a Hebrew. Esau is a Hebrew. A lot of people that didn't know that. Esau is a Hebrew, but it ain't talking about him. Okay, it's talking about the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and you don't just love every Hebrew Israelite. You love the those that identify as Israelites sincerely. Okay, because all Israel is not of Israel. The only Israelites that matter right now are the elect. Okay? The ones that are doing the work, the ones that are on the battlefield with you. Those are the only ones that matter. So those are the ones you show your love to. The rest of Jake, fuck them. All right? These niggas in these little bugged out little camps, all right? Fuck them, all right? If they don't repent, okay? But the man that you in the camp with, the man that's side by side with you, battling them demons on them streets, when y'all out there prophesying, you know, that's who you show your love to. That's your neighbor, okay? And it says, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, okay? And you do that by being his keeper, all right? Looking out for him, really looking out for him, all right? And that's something that, you know, we didn't learn in the world, you know? You know, the friends that we had in the world, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas wasn't really our friends, you know what I mean? A lot of them niggas was, you know, plotting against you. They was selfish, you know? I remember niggas in the world, you know, motherfuckers knew I didn't have that many clothes, or, you know, motherfuckers knew my confidence wasn't 100% solid in myself. And niggas in the world will tear you down, man. They'll make fun of you. They'll let everybody know your personal business. And these is and these niggas is your friends that's doing this. You know? In the world, your friends are like they're more worse than your enemies, man. You see? So that's something that you know, us being in this truth now, you know, that's a lifestyle that we have to disengage from. You know, that mentality of being selfish towards each other and not helping each other out and not looking out, you know. Oh, well, that's that brother's problem, whatever. You know, nah, man. You see your brother down and out, you see him, you know, in a misfortunate situation. I mean, really, you should feel out of place. You should feel bad if you know that your brother is not 100%. That should make you feel some type of way. You see? You know, if I know one of my bros that I camp with, or one of the bros that I'm close to, if I know that they in a fucked up situation, shit, you know, I'm gonna be right there with them, trying to figure out a solution, doing everything in my power to help. You see? Not bringing the man down, or being nonchalant about it, because the Lord is looking at that, man. The Lord is watching us to see how we deal with each other. Okay? This is why you got to be very careful on how you deal with each other in this ministry, man. All right? The Lord is watching. Okay? You know? There's some of you brothers out there, man, that, you know, yeah, you might be looking out for bros, but you're not doing it with a cheerful attitude. You murmuring in your head. Oh man, why I gotta do that for the brother? Oh man, this brother always man. You know, you getting mad because you gotta help the brother out. You getting mad because a brother needs your assistance. You see? The Lord is watching that shit, man. And if you call yourself helping your fellow brethren out, but you ain't doing it with a good countenance, and you know what I mean, you're not really sincere about it, well, you gonna be found out, man. Okay? The Lord gonna have some sort of scenario play out where you're gonna be found out, okay, and you're gonna be investigated. All right, you're gonna be in a hot seat. All right. So, you know, as you know, we in this truth, man. You know, this is something that we got to exercise, man, on how to really love each other, how to really show love to each other, because the world didn't show us that. The world didn't show us how to really love each other, man. You know what I mean? Niggas in the world think that's gay or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because you got sincere love for your brother, you know, they think that that's gay. You know? Niggas put all their love into a woman. All right? But won't put it into the man that's on the front lines with them. Okay? That ain't how we get down in this truth, man. All right. Remember, that's the second commandment, to love thy neighbor as thyself. So that should tell you how important it is that we show each other tremendous love. You know, that's nothing light to the Lord. The Lord don't count that as anything light. When Yahushua, when he walked the planet, okay, he kept his disciples close. Those were his friends. Those were his brothers. The Lord called them his friends. You know, roughly paraphrasing, the Lord pretty much said, look, now that you know everything, you know, now that y'all have knowledge of who I am and, you know, what the Lord, what Yahweh, what the Heavenly Father intends, right? Now that you have this knowledge, you know, now I call y'all friends. Y'all are no longer disciples. Y'all are friends. You know what I mean? Because now y'all are on the front lines with me. Y'all are sacrificing y'all lives with me. You see? So it's not a light thing, okay, on how you deal with the brothers you're around. Okay, we gotta deal with each other respectfully. All right, hash out your disagreements and get over shit, man. All right, you still gotta have each other's back at the end of the day. Okay, this is Galatians 6:2. You see. Let's start at verse 1. This is Galatians 6, starting at verse 1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such in one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. All right. So basically, if you see your brother going off, okay, you got to build him up, man. You got to restore him. Or he may not even really be going off. His faith might be, low. His faith ain't as strong as yours. At the moment, he might not have the willpower to pump out as many lessons as you, to speak like you do, to have that fervent, zealous spirit for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. He might not have that yet. So guess what you got to do? Being his brother, being his keeper. Okay. You gotta build him up, man. Okay, you gotta give him ideas. You gotta quiz him on the history. You gotta teach him a little bit of the history. You gotta break down scriptures for him so that way he can get nourished, man. All right. And if he's going off, man, you gotta be there to put him back in his place. Okay. You got to be there to put him back in his place, because if you don't, right, and he's going off and you just continue to allow it, hey, remember, like I said, man, the Lord is watching that. Okay? The Lord will fuck around and get angry with you. Yeah, he's going off, but the Lord will get angry at you. Like, look, you see him going off and you just ain't going to tell him nothing? Oh, you must not really love your brother then. If you ain't going to tell him nothing, you just going to continue to let him destroy himself. You see? Verse 2, it says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of a Mashiach. Okay, bear each other's burdens. All right, we got to bear each other's dirty laundry in this thing, man. All right, and all brothers come with some form of dirty laundry. Okay, because we're still washing off that old man, all of us. So we still got a little bit of that folly from the world, okay? We still got a little bit of that folly from the world, man, Now, the longer you're in this truth, the more of that folly kind of gets rubbed off you. You know what I'm saying? The more that folly kind of, gets away from you, the longer you're in this thing. But some brothers is gonna come with some baggage, man. Some brothers, you might find yourself always getting on their ass. You might find yourself always having to tell them something, right? Now, if it starts getting out of hand, you might have to do what's ultimately best for him and you. You know, once it gets to a point of you can't bear it anymore, and he just don't get the point, you might have to go ahead and separate him from the body, right? But hey, you gotta understand, man. Some brothers is hard headed, man. That's that worldly shit that they learned, you know. So you might have to continuously correct him, you know. Or some brothers just got their own insecurities. You know, you might have to watch what you say around this particular brother, because he might be a little bit more sensitive to certain topics or certain things. You know, it all depends on the brother that you dealing with, man. You know, you got to learn each other. OK, that's another way that you can be your brother's keeper. You gotta learn the brother you're around, man. All right. You gotta get familiar. OK, not too familiar to where you just disrespect each other and, you know, you don't have any regard for, you know, his input or anything. You just treat him less than a human being. But you got to get familiar enough to where you understand the brother's personality. You understand the things that may cause him to anger. OK. All right. These are things that you got to learn with the brethren that are around you, man. You see? OK, so that way you can move accordingly with him. All right. And you could do what? Fulfill the law of Christ. Fulfill the law of Hamashiach. Right? Because what was the second commandment? Love thy neighbor as thyself, man. So by doing these things that I'm saying, okay, all of this fulfills the law of a Mashiach, man. You see? All right. Let's get this precept real quick. This is 1 John. Let's start at 15. 1 John 3, starting at 15. It says, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. And that goes into that evil eye, holding them grudges. All right. Okay. Holding them grudges, man. All right. I just read in Galatians 6:2 that we got to bear each other's burdens, man. We all come with burdens. All right. We all come with our imperfections. OK, but that's why it's iron sharpened iron. All right. We're cleaning each other up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. OK, we're judges and rulers over each other right now. All right. Yahushai is doing everything he can in the spirit, in the world we can't see for us. But in the world that we live in, OK, we gotta be judges and rulers over each other right now, man. We got to be mediators and counselors. You know, we got to be all these things for each other. All right. You know, our nation is not established right now, you know, but when our nation was established, let's say during the time of King David, this is what was going on. It was, you know, particular offices of people that were set up to you know, judge the population of Israelites, man. Make decisions on people's behalf, you know. And we don't have that within our nation, so we got to be that. Okay, we got to be that for each other. All right, because Yahushua is not going to come down here himself in the flesh and be like, hey, man, you need to get it together, man. You need to leave that bitch alone. Hey, man, you need to be more wise with your spending, man. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you need to make sure you go to camp every weekend. Yahushua is not going to do that, man. Okay, he going to put his spirit on the man next to you to tell you these things. Okay, and you got to believe that the brethren that are next to you You got to believe that they got the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Don't ever forget that, man. Don't ever forget that. Because it's easy to forget that and get comfortable and just start thinking that, the brethren you're around is just some normal guy. You know? He's just some normal individual that I could listen to sometimes, whatever. No. The man you're around, the brethren that you're around are Hope for Elect members. Okay? Those are special people to the Heavenly Father. All right? That's a special person. That's possibly a special individual to the Most High God. All right? And if you have some type of hatred for him, or you're not treating him accordingly, you're not showing him that love, the Lord is going to deal with you on that. All right. And if you're doing, like I said, you may be doing things for brethren, but you're not doing it with a cheerful countenance. You're not doing it, with a good attitude. The Lord is going to deal with you for that. Okay. Because that's like hating your brother as well, man. You always huffing and puffing and complaining about what you got to do for brothers. You got to do for Akim. It's just like, what the fuck are you saying there, man? It's like, what, you want to look out for brothers or what? You hate bros or what? Okay. It says, hereby we perceive the love of God because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. All right. And laying down your life is not always just, you took a bullet for the brother or you died for him. It may not even be extreme as that. Okay. Laying down your life could also mean, sacrificing the things you got going on in your personal life to make sure the brethren that are around you, the Akim that are around you, to make sure that they're straight. You might have to sacrifice little things in your life, man, to make sure that the Akim around you are straight, man. The brother, he might need a ride to camp every week, and yeah, you normally take a certain route. You normally do this, that, and the third before you go to camp. But the brother, he ain't got no way to camp and he need a ride. So guess what? You're going to have to make arrangements. You're going to have to move things around, okay, to accommodate him so he can get to camp. All right. That's a part of laying your life down as well, man. Making those sacrifices, those tough sacrifices if you have to, man. All right. Because that's what Yahweh Shai did. Okay. That's what Yahweh Shai did, man. All right. So we got to follow in the same footsteps as him. All right. Yahweh Shai, he treated, the disciples and he treats all of us like an older brother. Your older brother is always going to have your back. Your older brother is always going to have your best interests. Okay. Your older brother will lay his life down on the line for you. And Yahweh Shai literally did that for us, man. So, the Lord wants us to do that for each other. Okay. It says, verse 17, it says, but whoso hath this world's good and seeth his brother have need and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? You see, if you see your brother in a misfortunate situation, okay, and you see that, that's your responsibility, man, to restore the brother back to his normal state, man. All right. You don't just let the brother wallow in misery and then you just sit there and be like, well, that ain't my problem. I got my money. You got to consider yourself lest you be tempted, lest you fall in the same snare, man. All right. What we're learning in this truth is mercy. Okay. We receive mercy from the Heavenly Father. All right. So the Lord is teaching us to have mercy on each other. All right. We got to have mercy on one another too, man. Okay. That's something that keeps all of us in line. All right. Mercy. Okay. So when you think about, when you get them wicked ass thoughts, because, Satan will throw them evil ass thoughts in your mind of how you should abandon the brother and don't look out for him. That's his problem. When you had them thoughts, okay, just remember the Lord's mercy that he has for you. So you got to return the favor to that brother, man. All right. Because the Lord got mercy on you. You don't have to be in this truth, man. Remember, you don't have to be in this truth. OK, the Lord could have let your ass, be somewhere smoking weed with dreadlocks and your dreadlocks are dyed purple, or you could be some fucking all-American family man, crackhead, faggot. You could be in all types of different situations outside of this truth. The Lord didn't have to bring you in this, man. Okay? So you being in this truth, you got to show your appreciation by, dealing with the brethren that are around you, dealing with them accordingly, man. Showing them mercy, because the Lord showed you mercy. So show that same character towards the man that's right next to you, because this is the man that's on the battlefield with you, man. Y'all both laying y'all life down on the line for each other. Okay? That's a different type of love. You see? Let's get this last one. This is John 15:13. It says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You see that? That a man lay down his life for his friends. All right? The sacrifices. You know what I mean? Sacrificing your life literally and figuratively, man. Okay? Laying down your life for your friends, for your brethren. Okay? There's no greater love than that, man. All right? And I'm telling you these things from personal experiences. This is what I'm dealing with personally. Okay? These are the things that I'm maintaining in my personal life when I deal with the Akim, right? When I deal with brothers. This is what I'm dealing with personally, okay? I've seen these things. I've seen brothers do these things for each other, okay? And the brothers that are the most humble, the brothers that show the most love to each other, those are the brothers that are on high levels. Those are the brothers that, the Lord really, really looks out for. Those are the brothers that have tremendous success in this ministry. It's the brothers that look out for the next man. Okay? So don't forget to be your brother's keeper, and you got to be willing to lay your life down on the line, man. It's just plain and simple. All right. Okay. Because we all we got. We're literally all we got. And pretty soon, that's going to be evident that we're all we got. All right. You wait till Esau crashes this society. Right. The prophets become public enemy number one. Your family completely turn against you. Everybody in the city want to kill you. The MOTB, the RFID, Microtech is mandatory. You wait till those things are circulating in this society, all right, and you're going to really understand that your brother is all you got, because everybody's going to be caught up in the hamster wheel, in the devil's hamster wheel. The brother next to you is going to be the only one that's still going to be sane, that's still going to be believing in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and he's going to be holding on to these principles. All right, y'all still going to be, y'all really going to be looking out for each other in that day. So, it's better to you know, get this understanding on how to deal with each other now. So that way, when that day comes, y'all could be solid. Y'all could be a solid unit. Okay? Because the scriptures talk about how when things fall apart, you know, these people are going to be like madmen, sparing none. They're, you know, friends is going to be killing each other. People who are so-called friends in this world, they're going to be killing each other for little shit, for minor disagreements. Well, motherfuckers is already doing that. Niggas is killing each other over video games and shit, man, over weed. Low-level cockroach dumb niggas, man, killing each other over weed, man. Okay, how much more when the lights is out, no more food in the stores, right? Civil war and shit. People are just going to be murdering each other. Friends are just going to be turning on each other. The scriptures say friends shall fight against each other like enemies, man. Okay? All right? But then the scriptures also say, ye shall know them by the love that they have for each other. That's talking about the brethren. So we going to stand out because we going to have real love for each other, man, in that day. All right? So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying lesson. Give all praises to Yahweh Bashim.